it didn't count down. We're live.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to
Good
Mystical
morning.
Mondays. Good morning.
Nice cup of tea in Aaron's house.
Now that I have black tea.
English tea.
Oh, English tea.
Best
English tea.
English breakfast.
Just doing technical stuff while we're sitting here. Let's see here.
Ah, that tastes good this morning. I needed it. So will I see the people coming
Yes,
up
you
here?
will.
Oh, yes.
Who's watching?
You
Oh,
are.
my brother. Hi,
Oh,
Anthony.
your brother. Hi,
Yes.
Anthony.
So we're here live.
Oh, that's much better.
For Mystical Monday. Good. And then, like every time, it's usually here or it's on Brenda's page. And we just talk about mediumship and tarot. And yeah, so we're just waiting people to get in. You can ask us your questions.
Oh, here's a few. Hi, brother.
Hi, Anthony. I
Well,
miss you guys.
hello, brother. Not met you. Aaron's my pal.
Yes. We're doing a lot now. Oh, hi,
Oh,
Paul.
hi from Florida, Paul. Great. The weather here's actually we've got sun today. Oh gosh.
Oh, hi from Spain.
Yeah, hi, Laura. Oh, how are you? Okay. So yes, the weather is nice today here. I just watched the English news.
Mm-hmm.
So please, everybody, will you send healing to Alabama?
Oh,
There's
yes.
23 have died with the tornado and areas, and you can't even see, just all flattened. And they think they'll find more people and more to come. They say that it's early for the tornadoes.
Really?
Yes, so, oh, such a shame,
Yeah. Send that love and healing to them, and that they are found,
Yeah, and
healthy and well. And
I remember going back years ago. I went to visit my friend in Kansas, and we decided to go to Branston for a couple of days. Well, it was one day, and then she came back and she said she got two. So we drove I always remember it was on a Sunday, and we stopped for breakfast. I just can't remember the town. We were going to do shopping, and she said, no, we'll leave it till tomorrow. Let's just go ahead and get into Branson. And we did that. Thank God we did that. It was flattened. Even the place we had breakfast in. Yeah.
wow.
Totally. I just can't remember the name. And then, we stayed in Branson, went to a show, and they were announcing about tornadoes. We could go in the basement. I'm going, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
So, of course, Monday we just started to head back. It was total devastation. But we were so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were so lucky. Paul Jacobs.
Hi, Paul
Hiya,
Jacobs.
Paul. I hope you're doing good. Are you in Chicago? I know. Are you in America yet? I think
he is.
Yeah, I think Chicago. Yes, because I wanted to go to the platform next week, but I'm doing my tea with the dead, so I can't do that.
Exciting.
But I am looking forward to April, Paul.
Going to Finley.
Going to Arthur Findlay College. I am so excited. I just love the college. So do you want to open up with a card?
Yeah. So it always goes in line with the blog. So the energy of the week, the card that is really taking control of this week is the world. And so the world is about the ending of cycles, the ending of things. We move from the Fool, which is card number 0, to the world, which is the ending of the major arcana, which is number 21. And so that usually talks about the ending of things to move into the new beginnings of things. I know last week you said don't sign any contracts this week.
No.
Don't do because Mercury is in
From tomorrow.
Okay.
Going into retrograde for 3 weeks.
So that fits well because the world is saying you got to let things settle and just be done with them, finish them, so that the new beginning happens, which is the Fool again. And then I did pick the Page of Coins, 9 of Coins, and the Hermit. This talks about our path. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Florida.
This talks about our path. This talks about where we're going. The Hermit talks about us doing this on our own. us making those decisions. The hermit usually would go into a cave and sit and meditate and kind of figure their life out, and then come out and help others help shine the light on others. And so right now it's about enjoying that time with ourselves, enjoying our own personal space, enjoying our meditative state, enjoying us sitting, because we need to sit more.
We need to sit more.
and just really connecting with spirit.
Yeah, that's what I feel for the month of March, because we've just come into the month of March, and especially with Mercury retrograde and that, it is a time of reflection, you know, and they always say when that goes into retrograde is don't start anything really new. Finish off, you know, what you need to do. Reflect. If you don't need it, get rid of it, you know, and just set the intentions then to go forward, you know. Some people feel, I always feel, because with astrology, I'd love to know more about it. I don't really understand it. You know, people study it for years. But I often feel when people say, oh, it's going into retrograde, we shouldn't do anything, it kind of puts the fear in a little bit.
Yes,
and I don't want to do that, you know. Okay, I know not to sign contracts if you can help it. But if you're moving house in the middle of this month, what do? Stop it, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel you've got to be more positive.
Yes.
You know, don't put the negative into it. Just move forward, be positive. No, it's okay.
Yes.
You know, with that as well. So it's just, and I do like a month of reflection, if I'm really honest.
Yes.
You know, because life is just so busy, and you know, it's nice just to say, hey, give yourself permission just to, you know, take that time. I always, especially women, you know, if they're working and they're coming home and they've got kids and that, I'll always say to them, just when you walk through that door, train your kids, you know, I'm going to have 10 minutes with my feet up, maybe a coffee or a tea, and then I'll be with you, you know. So it's actually, I really feel we have to look after us. No one else will do. We're number one.
Yes.
You know, and that's not being selfish, but if we look after us, then we can look after others.
And it stops us, hi David, it stops us from taking our whatever we're dealing with in here out on other loved ones. And I feel sometimes we can do that when we come in and it's busy, it's hectic. We come in and we're just snip and we just cut it short and we're like, no, I don't want to, you know.
Yes.
If we just take time to ourselves, we can approach it in a different manner and say, okay, let's enjoy the time that we're doing this, or okay, let's cook now, or what issues do you have?
And it's funny because I always remember a friend of mine, her husband, you know, he was at home and he was grumpy and painting, and she just walked in. But you've got to realise that's their stuff. Don't go into it, you know. So if somebody is in the household that is grumpy, you know, it has nothing to do with you. Just say, hey, make an excuse, walk away, you know, go to the bathroom or something, and let them get over their stuff, you know. Because that's how rows can escalate, you know. If you're in a bad mood and I'm fine, and next thing you're pulling me into that energy, and then all of a sudden, well, we're at each other, you know. So I've learned over the years to step away from that and go, wow, that's your SHIT.
Yes, take it
ain't
and
mine,
run with it,
you know. I'll talk to you in about half an hour when you've calmed down.
Yeah,
exactly.
And can that apply towards, and bringing it to tarot and mediumship, can that apply towards that when we're doing readings? If, like, we don't want to book back to back to back to back to back, do we want to allow ourselves time to decompress after a reading and then approach into a new reading? What do you feel?
Well, for me personally, with readings, especially working with the mediumship, I couldn't do back to back. You know, I could do, like, I would only book for a day. You know, it's an hour. You know, maybe 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, maybe 3. You know, if I'm working outside, I could do that, because I find I can't do an hour. I don't know. I just seem to have so much to say, whatever. But psychic readings, yes, you could do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you're working an audience, and you're working on a mediumship level over a 2 hour span, the most I could do would be 10, you know, maybe 12. It just depends.
Yeah.
But if I was working an audience psychically, I could bomb like that.
Yes.
It's to me, it's a different energy, you know. Yeah. It's you're just working with your spirit. That's what I feel. So psychically, I could do more readings, but mediumship, not as many, you know. And it's very draining for the medium, you know, because we are working with that energy all the time with it. So a lot of mediums, you know, physically can get drained, and if they get drained, then pains come. So I do feel mediums should look after themselves.
Yes.
You know, treat yourself good, take those rest times, you know, chill out, you know. And I know Paul is online, and I know that he travels a lot, so flying, you know, drains you and all of that. So it is good to take those few days just for you. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. He's in Florida.
Oh, Michelle Robin started listening to you that you're going. When are you going? I'm going. The course is the 6th of April till the 13th. And I'm going to be in London. Then I'm going home to Ireland for 2 weeks, see my grandkids as well. So,
yeah, so resting and making sure that you're okay. Yeah, because when I watch you do the Tea for the Dead, like when you're in it, and then, you know, it's like, at the end, I'm like, aren't you tired? Like, to me, I would be like, oh, just get me home and leave me alone, you know?
Yeah.
I sometimes I ask you that, but I don't want to put that out there, you know? So I don't know if you get tired after that?
I feel it's really funny. If I'm doing private readings, say, so I'm working, say, tomorrow, and I've got 4 or 5 readings, and I'm doing private, I find that draining.
Yeah.
Right. By the time I'm finished, it's like, wow. But on stage, no, I just love it. Yeah. It's a different buzz, the energy, you know. And when you've got a good audience, you know, that are coming with you, it really helps. I could go on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a total different energy. I just love it. I often say, though, that some of the audience are more dead than what they are up in the spirit world. And I remember talking to James van Prague, and he was doing a night of an audience, and he said it was like pulling teeth with them. So a lot depends on the energy of your audience. But I feel if you can build that audience up, that energy, and I was taught in the college, I think it was Eileen Davis said, or Glyn, always start at the back and pull them in, you know. So I always say to spirit, start me at the back row somewhere and then pull me in, you know, because then you've got the whole attention of the gallery, the audience, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot is with the energy as well.
Yeah.
And I find, okay, that sometimes you cannot read people.
Yes.
You know, and it's not that anything's wrong with them or anything's wrong with you. It's just not working. And I feel that you have to be really honest with the client. With that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you an example. There was, hi Leanne, how are you doing? Hello from Ireland. I'm filling up. Silly me. Patrick Stacey.
Yes.
Yeah, this lady asked me could I speak to a girl that had gone actually for a reading to somebody in Ireland. And the guy, whatever he did, just sat there and was doing cards, whatever he was doing. And in the end, he says, I can't read you. He said, you'll have to leave. And she looked at him and he goes, yeah, I can't read you. No, gone. And this girl walked out of his office absolutely in tears. And she thought there was something totally wrong with her.
Yes.
You know? So it was the abrupt way he said it to her, and without any explanation. It's just like, it's. I always say to some people, it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. Please explain that. Hey, I'm just can't read you today. I feel let the medium take the onus, and don't put the fear in your recipient. Hey, I'm tired today, I'm not too well, would you mind if we left it and reschedule?
Yes.
That would be far better than putting the fear of God up somebody. I have a lot of problems, and this is what we said we would talk about, what to expect if you go for a reading. Right? So I have a lot of problems with a lot of either psychics, mediums out there, in the information they give. Right? This work to me is about honesty, integrity, and love, touching you, lifting you up.
Yes.
So another friend of mine, she went to this girl, it was in a psychic fair, and she asked her age, and Shelley goes, I'm 72. She said, you're going to be dead by 75.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I mean, apart from anything else, that woman could bring that on.
Yes.
With worry, whatever. I mean, so you have to be very honest with your readings. We are not doctors. We do not diagnose, and we don't give death.
Yeah.
I am not God to say who dies.
Yeah.
So you have to, and if you're going for a reading, I kind of feel, okay, I've been to psychic fairs and I'm pulled maybe to somebody, and I'll go and I'll sit down, But if I really want a good reader, I want a recommendation.
Yes.
Somebody that has been to somebody, and I feel a lot of psychics definitely actually really do need training, because they need training on the ethics of all of this.
Yeah.
Instead of giving a load of bull out there,
Yeah.
What's your feelings on it?
I know now. Before, when I was first starting out, I didn't know the ethics part of it. And so I had made a mistake like that one time, and I stopped doing that because it's not my place to do any of that. And so with tarot, I'll be very honest with them, especially if they ask for a reading. I'll tell them, I'm sorry, I'm just not getting the information, and I don't want to just give you anything. I don't want to sit here and write, and you're like, this makes no sense to me. I'd rather just be honest. We can always reschedule, we can always do another time when maybe next week. Because usually the spirits will tell me, or I'll get an intuition, thought or whatever, to say it's not time yet. And especially for one of my clients that I had, she was going through a lot of change, and I wasn't picking up what she needed at that time. So I said, call me in like a month or two, and I'll give you a reading then.
Yeah.
Because that's when I felt that she would go.
See, I would rather be honest with the person, And for me to do readings, the first thing I say to them, please don't feed me any information. Yeah. Because once they start, you give them some information, and next thing they're like that, it's like, oh no, because that's my job to tell you. And it doesn't make it believable for me. Yeah. And a lot of psychics like that information.
Yes,
they're pulling on it. I go, oh yeah, But for me, I really do not want to know anything, you know, because I feel if you're really connected to spirit world, they are going to give you that information. And I'll always say, do you have a question? And when I ask them at the end of my reading, halfway through, have you got a question? They go, you've answered it. Yeah. So, and then if I haven't answered it, I'm very honest, either yes or no, and if Spirit's giving me no, I'll work with that. If they're giving me yes, I'll work with that. And if I'm not getting anything, I'm not getting anything. Correct. Hey, Leanne, I'm back in Ireland. I see you looking for a reading on the 13th. I don't arrive till the 13th, but I'll be working from the 15th, and I leave May the 1st. You can get in touch with me through Facebook. Excellent.
And so, yeah, as far as with letting them know and everything like that, that's good. Um, when I know that a lot of people will go to the ones with the signs on there, psychic, palm reader, all that stuff. I went to one psychic in Pismo Beach as just to have fun because we had friends and we were over there. And she started out with both of us because I listened in on hers as well because we said it was okay. And she started out with, she didn't read our palms. I think she just looked and was like, oh, I see that there's energy around you and I can get rid of that for $300 if you want. The cursing, the energy bad, all that stuff.
Yeah, I went to one, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just walked in and it was 500 and I could put ribbons under my pillow.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm not going to say what, I know who they are,
yes,
because a lot go around. And you see, there was one in Florida, Miss Cleo.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, she took thousands upon thousands. And it's such a shame because the likes of those people, I don't mind saying her name because she's been on the news.
Yes.
But the likes of those people really take it away from us.
Yes.
So this profession, and I like to call it a profession because it is a profession, does get a lot of, I'd use the Irish word slack, people, oh no, and all of this. So we don't need the likes of those type of people to bring this down, And I feel it's up to us to lift it up.
Yes.
And I'd love to get a load of not just students, but people that are actually working in the field and charging money. I'd love to teach them the ethics a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they're all bad, you know what I mean? But it's like, how can I say? I'm a barber by trade, as you know. So if I do a bad haircut, 11 people will know about that.
Yes.
But if I do a good haircut, maybe one will know.
Yes.
You follow?
Yes.
So it's kind of like the bad gets out there quicker as well.
And so that's what's hard because a lot of people come into, when they come for tarot readings and stuff, they'll ask, am I cursed because someone told me I was cursed? I'm like, I don't know. Like, curses only take effect if you believe in them. Or if you think you are cursed, then you're going to be cursed, For me, it doesn't, that's not what my readings are about. It's not about doing any of that.
I never got into all of that stuff. I remember doing, Irish television came to interview me.
Yeah.
And I opened the door and I had a nice dress on, my high heels, my makeup on. And the girl looked and she comes in with the camera guy and she's looking around my apartment and I'm going, what are you looking for? She said, well, where's all the crystals and all of this stuff? And, I think she expected me in a purple dress down here and beads. And I go, no. I said, you don't need that stuff. But that's what they were expecting, you see. We did the interview, which was fine. But to me, it's like, okay, you start a circle. And when you come into the circle, people are talking about protection here, protection there. They've got this there, this there, this there. And I'm going, oh my God. All you need to do is ask Spirit to come in. He knows we're sitting in a circle. They've invited those people. I didn't bring them. Spirit brought them to be taught. So all I do is, hello, Spirit. I know you're there. Take care of us. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm protected.
Yes.
I've known it from day one doing this work. I know Spirit wouldn't do me any harm or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I don't buy into all this Shotsky stuff. What do you call it?
Tchotchke.
Tchotchke stuff. Yeah.
And you did touch on that before in class that one time where she was like, well, I don't want to be taken over. And you're like, you can't. You can't. If you allow then yeah, of course that'll happen. But if you're not allowing it, they can't do anything. Spirit's there to work with you. That's I don't want to paraphrase you. What did
Yeah,
I think you said,
but that's fine. I
Yeah.
don't mind you doing that. It means you're listening.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing I can never get a grip on, you know, when people say, "Oh, they've taken me home," and I can't go there with that, because for the simple reason is you're always in control.
Yes.
You can say to Spirit, "I don't want this," you know. And people have said to me, especially the lady in this class before, "Well, I say that. Well, you need to mean it,
Yes.
because Spirit wouldn't do that to
Yeah.
you." And then they're holding on to memories anyway.
Yeah.
But you're always in control, even in trance. You're in control.
Yes.
You know, and to me, Spirit is a loving universe. So why would they harm you?
Correct.
Now, I'm not saying that things haven't happened. You know, you hear stories in houses and all of that stuff. You know, I can only talk for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel my training in the college, God, how many times I've been, 30 times, whatever, has really stood by me, you know. That's why I'm looking forward to going back.
Recharging.
Yes, I'm going to recharge my batteries. Paul is a really good teacher. I know, I hope you're still listening, but he really is tough, always tough. But I like that.
Yeah, that's what I like too.
Don't pussyfoot me. Don't put me in a white cloud, you know. Not rude, but, you know, he makes you dig deeper.
Yes.
And that's why I feel I need that week to recharge me now.
Yes.
Because I do feel at times your readings can sound all the same.
That's what you were saying before, like what you called it flatline.
I just kind of feel I've flatlined, and that's why I'm looking forward to going there. But yeah, you know, so that's what I felt when the readings sound all the same. Well, then you need to start working on again. Yeah. Well, I feel we're always working.
Yeah.
I'll work till the day I die, you know. Developing mediumship. We're never
not learning.
Nope, never. Vida Sassoon always said, "If you're green, you're keen. If you're red, you're dead." Any questions, guys? Anybody want to say anything?
If not, that's time.
Is it time?
Yeah, it's half an hour.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, sorry, I keep doing that.
Okay then. So
that's it. So where can they find you
at? You can find me on Facebook, Brenda. Am I Brenda Medium on Facebook? No.
Brenda Ridgway Psychic Medium.
My website is brendaridgway.com.
Yes.
You'll find me. Oh, please friend my psychic page, Brenda Ridgway Psychic Medium, and my Facebook page. You'll find all the details there as well. So.
And then you can find me at turtlehearttarot.com. We both do readings. You can always contact us through our websites. And then you can also like Turtle Heart Tarot on Facebook as well to get updates when we do our live. Because eventually that's where we want to go, our business page, is to do the updates and everything.
Do the live.
But that's it. That's it.
So thank you guys. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for watching.
Hello, Florida. Hello, Ireland. And enjoy Chicago, Paul. I think you're definitely in Chicago. Cold. Bye, guys. Till next week.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Sending you all healing. Bye.